The difference between you and sports bettors online that you see making thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars betting on sports is one simple thing: bankroll. How much bankroll you have. So in this video, I'm going to be running through how you can access a bigger bankroll and how us professional sports bettors do it, how we make so much money betting on sports, and not just having good picks, but more importantly, having the bankroll to actually win money when those picks win. So in this video, I'm going to really run through funded sports betting, how it works, why we use it, and how you can do it yourself. Now, starting off, a big issue for a lot of sports bettors is simply not having a big enough bankroll, right? You know, when you don't have a big enough bankroll, even if you're winning a lot of your picks, you're not going to make a lot of money sports betting, because if you have a $10, $20 unit size and you make 20 units in a single month or a single week, that's really good. But with only a $20 unit size, you're going to make $400, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, that's good, and that's a good start to sports betting. But what if you had a $200 unit size? Well, you'd make $4,000. That's pretty significant, considering the average American, full living expenses is less than $4,000 a month. Now, how can you have a bankroll where you can go bet $200 per pick when you don't have the money to go do that? Well, this is the key that a lot of us professional sports bettors use, and it's starting to get released to the public and to everyday sports bettors in general and all around the board. And that is funded sports betting. So I use a site every single day. It's called Player Profit. And, I bet on BetUS, bet on Bovada, Hard Rock, all the main sports books. But in addition, I use Player Profit, which is a funded sports betting platform that funds anybody who can prove that they are profitable at sports betting. And when I say prove they're profitable, you got to go up 20% without going down 15%. You got to do it twice, and then you're funded. Now, why do I do this when I already have money to bet with, right? I'm already a $3,000 unit size bettor. I'm already in the clear, right? I don't need the extra bankroll. But for me, as a professional sports bettor, it makes no sense not to take advantage of it, right? If I can bet a $3,000 unit size and I can bet an extra $3,000 unit size on a funded sports betting platform, I can basically double my profits. And this is for someone who already has a huge unit size. For someone who has a $20 unit size and can change that to a $200 unit size overnight, it makes a massive difference. That's a 10x difference. Now, how do you even get access to this? Surely you have to pay a bunch of money and whatnot. Let me go into depth with it, guys. So on Player Profit, essentially how it works is you pay a funded account challenge fee. So you pay a challenge fee to take this challenge. You use that challenge fee and you buy your account size. So their prices, they've got a $30 for a $1,000 funded account. And then they've got a $1,000, a $5,000, a $10,000, a $25,000, $50,000, and a $100,000. Now, the biggest account, the $100,000 account, is $999, which is crazy to think, because that's basically a 100x return when you get funded. So, how do you get funded? Well, let's run through it. So, obviously, you got to have winning bets. A lot of you guys, your biggest issue is you don't have the bankroll, because a lot of you guys are already tailing my picks every single day, or maybe you do the research yourself and you are actually good at sports betting. Some of you guys are. Now, don't fool yourself. If you aren't profitable for months and months, years, you actually know that you're profitable, then just tail my picks, tail a professional. Don't do it on your own. But some of you guys are at that point. You just don't have the bankroll to really bet with a large amount of money and make a large amount of money. So, to get funded, again, you got to go up 20% without going down 15%. You got to do it twice, and then they fund your entire bankroll. So, when I pay them $999, get that $100K funded account, I pass the challenges. I then have a $100,000 bankroll funded from Player Profit. I bet on their platform every single day with my picks. I take that bankroll, let's say, to $150,000. I then get to keep 70% of those profits, and I didn't risk any of my own money in these picks. And if I lose the bankroll, I'm not liable at all. So think about it like this. If I take the 100K and I chalk the shit out of it, I'm not responsible for any of the losses because I'm only paying my challenge fee. I'm paying for the challenge fee. Then once I get through the challenges, I'm funded. That's it. Like I'm funded for the 100K, and if I can take that, make the profits on it, and then I get to keep 70% of the profits. So think about it like this. We put up the skill, player profit puts up the money, we come together, and makes a good team. Sportsbooks are here to see you lose. Player profit is actually here to see you win because they make money when you win because they're taking 30% of the profits of the bankroll that they're funding. You're betting with the skill that you have, winning, and again, you're coming together and making a team. So, every single day, I'd recommend betting every single day on player profit, using 3 to 6 bets, whatever it might be, staying at 1% of bankroll per unit. The reason why player profit is so valuable is because you can bet the proper way, the way that any professional, any good sports bettor knows is the right way to bet, without parlays, with good bankroll management. You could bet that 1 to 5% per bankroll per pick. You don't have to place parlays, and then you go get funded, and now your unit size is 10, 20x what it was on a regular sports book. So if you've got $500 to put into sports betting, you could go get a $25,000 funded account, right? Instead of putting $500 in and hopefully making, something out of a $10 unit size. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you go up that 20 units with a $10 unit size, you're up $200, or you get funded with a 25K account that cost you $500. You go up that 20 units, you're up, let's say you're at a $250 unit size now, because that'd be 1% of 25K. Then you'd be up $2,500 instead of, what was it? $200. So think about that. It's a pretty crazy concept, but it's pretty huge for us professional sports bettors, and it's one of the main key things that we use as pros to make more and more money, and also to avoid limitations, because player profit does not limit their players, because again, they win when we win. They make more money because they're keeping 30% of the profits. So hopefully that kind of explains everything for you guys on how funded sports betting work, and how a lot of us professionals, bet on sports and make such a large amount of money without risking a ton of money. We use player profit, we use funded sports betting, and it's what every single one of you guys should be utilizing as well. So I'll put you guys on. You can head to playerprofit.com. That is the site that I use for all my funded sports bets every single day. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the comments, and I can make another video if you guys want to learn about a certain thing in funded sports betting. I got you guys covered. Just let me know down in the comments.